Reason why. Chief of Staff Mark Meadows did an interview with Jake Tapper. This happened on Sunday, and I want to play this audio for you as Mark Meadows said the White House will not control the pandemic. Have a listen to this.
So here's what we have to do. We're not going to control the pandemic. We are going to control the fact that we get vaccines, therapeutics, and other mitigation.
Why aren't we going to get
areas
control of the pandemic?
Because it is a contagious virus, just like the flu.
Yeah, but why not make efforts to contain it?
Well, we are making efforts to contain it.
By running all over the country, not wearing a mask?
Jake,
that's what the vice president's doing.
We can get into the back and forth. Let me just say this. It's what we need to do is make sure that we have the proper mitigation factors, whether it's therapies or vaccines or treatments, to make sure that people don't die from this.
Okay, so 2 points I want to make real quickly. First of all, you heard what the chief of staff over there, Mark Meadows, said. We are not going to control the virus. That's what he said, quote. That's number one.
And
number
he's right.
two.
He's 1,000%.
Okay, so if I could finish.
Right. Everyone that's tried to control this virus has failed miserably.
Okay, so if I could just finish my point. That was my first point. Second point, Jake Tapper talking to Mark Meadows about, guidelines, and basically Meadows said, no, we can control it. And Jake Tapper's right, because he responds by saying, there was 5 people around Mike Pence, Vice President of the United States, around his inner circles that tested positive for the virus recently, including at least, and this is at minimum, one person that was in close contact with the Vice President. CDC guidelines, including his own task force, who he is the head of, say that if you are in close contact with, even if it's only one person that has tested positive for the virus, you need to go in quarantine for 2 weeks. What has the vice president done? He has done the opposite. He is out there campaigning. He has not been in quarantine. That is absolutely, positively, 100% going against the CDC guidelines. That's what the vice president is doing, and it's wrong.
Kamala Harris is doing the exact same thing. She had 2 staffers.
We're not talking about Kamala Harris right now.
Well, actually, I am. I'm going to talk about it.
So 2 wrongs make a right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Kamala Harris has done the exact same thing.
So 2 wrongs make a right? Is that what you're saying?
Why are you not bringing up Kamala Harris? Why are you bringing up Mike Pence?
Well, I can't talk about both of them at the same time.
Because you want to make Pence look bad.
That's exactly right.
And if that's the case, I'm going to make Kamala Harris look bad.
So are you sure that Kamala Harris was in contact with one person that tested positive?
She had 2 staffers that tested positive.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. I want to make sure you have the facts.
There's actually a video of Kamala Harris walking into an elevator, a full elevator with about 8 different people that came out 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so just because she was in close contact with 8 people doesn't mean those 8 people had the virus. That's number one. And number 2, you're citing 2 because I know you're wrong, but I'm just asking you and testing you because I don't think you know the facts.
What do you mean?
The 2 people that tested positive in Kamala Harris's campaign, those in Kamala Harris's campaign said she was never in close contact with either one of them. Do you not understand the difference between...
So close contact to actually get the virus, that means you have to be within 6 feet of someone for 30 or more minutes. You know that, right?
And the White House has confirmed that at least one person was in close contact with Mike Pence. Kamala Harris's campaign says while 2 people in her campaign tested positive for the virus, they were not in close contact with her. So when you make a statement like that, it's not factually accurate. So now that we can stop pivoting and let's move back to Mike Pence. Mike Pence was in close contact. We know that for sure. At least one person, maybe more. For the last 2 weeks, he has gone on the campaign trail. He has not been in quarantine. That is against CDC regulations. What they say. You can laugh and you can think it's funny, but that's
ridiculous.
The truth.
What's
ridiculous? The CDC
ridiculous,
guidelines
Brian.
are ridiculous?
We have done...
The CDC, what's ridiculous?
Worldwide right now, you've had 400,000 or more cases, which is the most by far.
So the CDC guidelines are ridiculous.
In the last 9 days.
What's ridiculous?
Everyone's doing lockdowns, right? But everyone's protesting against them because
everyone's not protesting against them. That's not true.
Did you see what happened in Italy yesterday? There was a massive nationwide. There was a massive protest for the nationwide lockdowns.
That's not everybody. That's not everybody. Those are some people in Italy that are idiots.
It's a lot of people, Brian.
Yeah,
it's not just some people. Just because they don't agree with you doesn't make them idiots, Brian.
Okay,
I'm not sure you understand that concept. Just in general,
who's locked down?
What do you mean?
You just said there's lockdowns. Who's locked down in this country?
Just lockdown, mass wearing, business being shut down.
Who's locked down in the United States?
Capacities on business.
Who?
A lot of businesses have capacities, Brian.
That doesn't mean they're locked down.
A lot of places have mask mandates.
That's not the definition of lockdown. A mask mandate is not the definition of lockdown.
Some businesses still are not able to open, like in California and North Carolina and other states like that.
You just said lockdown.
A lot of Democratic states, businesses in those states are still locked down.
All right, so
that's the reality of the situation. Now,
nobody in this country is locked down. That's
Florida
not true.
is very, very different. Well, if your business is shut down, then how are you not locked down?
What businesses are forced not to open?
If your business is shut down,
besides strip clubs,
someone can't go to your business, how is that business not locked down?
Besides strip clubs, what businesses are locked down? Please tell me what businesses are not allowed to open, because I'm unaware. I'm asking you. I don't know.
There's a lot of them.
What?
I'll get the industries for you soon. But there's a lot of them in other Democratic states.
What? Other than strip clubs?
I just said
I
will get the industries for you soon.
So you can't name one?
Well, I will confirm what those industries are, and I'll get them for you soon, like I said.
So Jake Tapper asked Pence.
But the point is, Brian,
I'm trying to finish.
He didn't ask Pence, he asked Meadows. But we cannot control this virus. We can only live with this virus.
Mm-hmm.
We can live
There's
with
a lot
this.
of people that are not living right now. They're dead.
We can only learn to live with this. People die every single day, Brian. 8,000 die every single day now for a long time.
So let's not
CDC also released information yesterday that about 132,000 of these deaths were either flu, pneumonia, or heart attacks that are being called COVID.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
when
reality.
We talk about,
and this virus, if you're over 70, it's worse than the flu.
Right.
If you're anywhere from 70 to or 69 to 25, it's about the same as the flu.
Right.
And if you're less than 25, it is significantly less deadly than the flu.
So ladies and gentlemen,
if you're high risk, protect yourself. If you have to, you have to do, or you have to wear a mask because of a mask mandate, like we do here, then wear a mask. Obviously,
first
but whenever I go anywhere, I see people with masks, and cases hit 1,000 yesterday here because this virus is extremely contagious. And no matter what, it's going to spread unless we literally just shut down every single grocery store and sit inside our homes and have groceries delivered to us by drones. It is going to spread. Even then, it would still probably spread through the groceries.
So if I can respond.
Like, this virus is exploding worldwide.
So
it's not just in the United States, despite all the mitigation efforts that we've all made.
Let me know when I can respond.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, I think several things that you just said there are utterly ridiculous. First of all, I hear these talking points all the time from these Trump supporters, and it gets me so upset and so angry. A couple points that JD just said, which I think are ridiculous. Number one, it's going to spread anyway. Okay, when you make a statement like that, you're saying, well, you know what, let's not social distance, let's not wear masks. Everybody's going to get it anyway, and it's very contagious. That is idiotic, and that is dangerous to society. That's number one. Number two, when we talk about people dying from this virus and how many people have lost loved ones, and the response, well, people die anyway.
That's exactly right.
People are going to die anyway. It is just such a lack of empathy for people out there that are waking up this morning without their loved ones, fathers, husbands, wives, mothers, grandfathers, grandmothers that are dead because of this virus. And I'll tell you something, man. I've lost a few people, particularly a friend of mine who I grew up with back in Connecticut, who lost his mother, 61 years old. Pretty young lady, 61, not that old. No underlying health conditions, and she's dead. And let me tell you something. And I'm speaking for my friend here because I've talked to him on a number of occasions about this. If somebody went up to him and said to him, well, you know what? Sorry about your grandmother. Sorry about your mother. People are going to die anyway. He would punch that person in the face. Why would he punch that person in the face? Because first of all, it's a disgusting thing to say. Second of all, besides the fact that you're not showing any empathy, it's extremely disrespectful to those people who have lost their lives.
Hey, first of all,
hold on. I'm not done yet. You're interrupting me.
No, you're wrong.
Interrupting me.
If I say that I'm sorry about your friend's mother, that's the empathy right there. But then I can also say, by the way,
people are going to die anyway.
By the way, we have to learn to live with this virus, and people are going to die anyway. Okay, I can still say that, and that's not a lack of empathy, Brian.
So let me respond to that.
Again, you're conflating the two situations like you do all the time.
Let me rephrase it then, so that maybe you can understand. This is just my opinion.
And you're totally entitled to your opinion.
Don't take it personal.
I will not interrupt you.
Don't take it personal, but this is my opinion. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you do have empathy. When you say stuff like that, you sound very ignorant. You sound stupid. Okay? Don't take it personal, but that sounds very stupid to me. You just said you wouldn't interrupt me, and you let me.
Well, you called me stupid.
I said that sounds stupid.
Come on, man.
You're making a stupid comment.
You want to have a platform to say your point, fine, but don't insult me and expect me not to respond.
Okay. It's a stupid comment. I stand by what I said. When you just respond to the people that have lost their lives and we got to take a break, and your response is, well, sorry about blah, blah, blah who died, but you know what? People are, quote, going to die anyway. It is a stupid comment, and I would question it.